Hi guys, another building day. You'll find out that there's a new ISO that's specifically for the guys who have grub and want to be safe, right? 3 years ago there was a problem with grub on Arch. The grub install needed to be done. Nobody knew it, no communication. Boom, right? Black screen, Arch roots into it, and at that point in time, we built kind of Pacman hooks so that it could not happen again. So that's what we basically have been doing. If you are on a grub, there's a package you need to install. Maybe I'll show you this in this video as well, which is the Kiro, because that's not the topic of the video, but okay. Kiro, what do we call it? Boot manager or something? I thought we called it boot manager. Bootloader, that's it. Bootloader grub, that's the package that's basically gonna keep you safe. But what we've done as well is a super D ISO. Thanks to the help of a user on GitHub Discussions, cyber agency, right? When you give us proper debugging material, proper information, what's going on in your system, the code gets better, right? This fix is quite a complex thing, but it is an essential thing. And in the meantime, with all his help as well, we've rearranged the workflow, which feels better now. So if you want to build an ISO, you first need to tell him where should Kiro build, right? You have a system, Super Shift Enter, Control H, and you have folders. Everybody has their own kind of setup of folders. Some of them are just empty. So Kiro can go in here just fine. Projects has a lot of it already. So templates, the wallpapers are here. So everybody has it organized a little bit differently. If it's just testing, my recommendation is the desktop. Why? Because I see it as the real desktop, right? When you work on a real desktop, all the stuff is on there, and at the end of the day, you move everything away again, right? This is playground. For me, whatever is on here, I can just delete it because it's unimportant. If it was important, I would have put it somewhere else afterwards, right? So here we work, and then it moves somewhere else. So it's entirely up to you to figure out what your workflow is, but just explaining what mine is, right? Don't make mistakes. Delete the wrong thing. So where should Kiro build is the first option. Where will we put 3 folders? First of all, we need to git clone something, then we need to build something, we have another folder, and then the ISO needs to get somewhere. So 3 folders, and music is as good as any, right? Just a click away. It says now we'll clone home Erik music Kiro ISO, right? So the GitHub, well, in this case, the Kiro dupes one, right? That's where the code is. We're gonna git clone it, basically download the code. And it's not there yet. So if you say fix all here, anything that's red in here, which is of course not much, since grub is already installed, Arch ISO is already installed, otherwise it will be red, and you have to type the password to install. Yeah? Arch ISO installation means sudo pacman -s. So you need to be sudo, so he prompts for the password. Now we can have a look, right? You can actually stop now if you want and go to basically the scripts. Music, Kiro ISO, build scripts, right mouse click, open terminal, and just go for build script. Wait, and voila, done. So on top of this particular GitHub project comes a layer, and the layer is a GUI. So the pre-flight checks are done. Continue to configure. What do you want? Do you want the default Kiro ISO? Then it's just save continue. The same packages as usual. You don't want anything removed? No, nothing removed. Everything is good. Save and continue. Start build. You sit back, Again, one prompt, I think, because of sudo. And then you wait. In our music folder, there will be 3 packages, one for building, it gets removed afterwards, and one for the Kiro ISO, the actual ISO that you burn on the USB. That's how we've rearranged everything here as well. Where are we putting things? Music, Kiro, build. Where is the output? Erik, music, Kiro, out. And if you have something in French, right? Musique, probably, I don't know. Then you'll have this name, your native tongue will appear here as well. Afterwards, you'll see the output. You see a few lines, 3 lines or something like that. And when it's finished, you're going to remove the folder again. I think another sudo is required there. And then you can immediately click test in QEMU or test in VirtualBox, or you do that yourself, right? The ISO is there in the music folder, in the Kiro out, and that's it. That's what we've been doing, changing and configuring. But the fun, of course, lies in here that you say, I'm going to have my proper, right? My own, the driver I need for my hardware, right? Rather than the NVIDIA OpenDKMS. I'm going to choose something different. Erik chose CacheOS, but there is so much more. Why not Linux Zen together with Linux LTS? Click, click, click. You have it. Are there more available kernels? It depends. What particular Pacman repos do you have available on your machine? We have Chaotix, and Chaotix contains a lot of kernels. So if you wait a few seconds, I think it's around 27 kernels of choice. So let's assume Linux Zen is our thing, right? Then as backend or as other one, I'm going to take mainline or CacheOS or RC or LTS or the old LTSs or the XenMod Edge or the XenMod LTS, right? Choose. It's all here. It's a click away. And for the rest, basically, the end result is an ISO, which you boot now into by default in Zen. So if you have an old machine, maybe it's wiser to do Linux LTS and then try maybe the normal Linux, see if that works, or Linux Zen, or anything else. It's a trial and error kind of thing. Not, this is no good setting, right? Twice Linux LTS. No, that's not gonna go. Basically, I would say 1, right? If I know 1 is working and I rely the last 10 years, I've been relying on that one, right? Who needs 2 kernels if you know it's going to work? But that's something you need to test and write down PC per PC or laptop per laptop. That concludes the update of the Kiro ISO builder, the work we've done today. Cheers.